What's up, brick builders? Today's build is Venice, Italy skyline. This set number 21026. Year it came out was 2016. Age group 12 plus. This is a little bit of a technical or fiddly build. Lots of small parts. Number of parts 212. Price per piece is 12 pence. Cost back in 2016 was $24.99. Brilliant price. Current value now, if you had a mint sealed box set of this, you would be looking at £183. So that is an absolutely fantastic investment. Used, you're looking at £84 to £138. So even used, it is just phenomenal. Hello folks, Shaun from BRIT'N Bricks. How you doing? This mic's in the way. Just move it away just a little bit. How you doing? Thank you so much for coming by. This is going to be awesome, right? This is going to be absolutely awesome. Now, I'm going to not lie. It's not the first time I've built a skyline or a architecture build. I did do the Pyramid of Giza, but I haven't done a video on it. I will probably do a video on it at some point because it's quite some build. Anyway, this is so cool. This is amazing. There's a lot of really cool part usage in this, and I'm very excited about this. This is a James Yorke challenge, by the way. So if you check out James Yorke challenge up here, it's all about his Lego sets that he had. James Yorke was a very, very good friend of mine who passed away a good few years ago and was well into Lego, more technic than anything else. But this is one of his sets. So let's check this out, shall we? This is awesome. Okay, so here's our build. We've got brown, we've got some black, we've got some light grey, we've got a lot of white going on. We've got some wheel arches as well. And like I say, there's some real clever part usage in this. We got the old classic arches. Load of these plates here with the studs on the front. You see that? These 2x6s, sorry. 2x6s with the studs on the front. Lots of cone pieces, lots of dome pieces. Yeah, let's crack on. Let's get the instructions up for you. There we go. And they are in the classic architecture style instructions. So they are black pages. So we'll start off with the 2x6 plate with the studs on the front. So we're going to just part the C's just a bit. So it's quite a few of these, so I'm just going to pick one. Then we've got a 1x4 black. That's a tile. 1x4 black. There we go. So pop that on there. And then we've got, what was that? That's a 2x8. It's going to go underneath the 1x4. Another 2x8 is going to go on top of these two. And then we got a 1x4 on the back end. That's another tile. I'll put those tiles over there. That's a 1x4 there. So this is going to be the base. And then we got a 2x2 plate going under here. Black 2x2 plate. Just going under there. Kind of levels that out. And then we got a 1x... Looks like a 1x8. It's going to go across the back. And then we're putting another 2x8 underneath that. Okay. And then we got another plate with studs. Plate with studs. And it's going to go right there. Next stage is a 2x2 light grey. So we're going to pop the 2x2 light grey there. We've got a 1x4 going here. So we've got 1x4 plate just to fill in that gap there. Like that. And then we got another 2x2 black plate. Just there. So we've got this little odd square sitting there. Another 1x8 plate going straight across the back. So we're lining the back end with 1x8s. And then we got another 2x8 underneath that. So that's quite a base. That is quite a base. Oh, and then we got a... Was that a 10? It looks like a... Yeah, looks like a 10. 2x10 going straight across. So we got this nice big grey area now. And then we got a plate with studs. 2x6 plate with studs. And then another 2x6 plate with studs. And then we're just filling in these gaps here with 1x2s. Black 1x2s. So this is cool. I've never built a base like this before. So I'm learning with this one. So that's those. So we got this nice smooth area, but with these studs intermittently. And then we got some info. And we got 1x6 plate. No, 1x8 plate, sorry. Along the back. Should be the length of it. There's many of the small islands in the lagoon were spongy marshland. The majority of the buildings sit upon a foundation of wooden piles. Wow. Okay, so then we got a 2x8. So that's not the length of the base. That's quite a length of a base. And then another 2x6, 2x8 plate going straight across. That's got to be it, surely. And then plate with studs underneath and the front. Yeah, so now we've got this edge here. And we're going a 1x4 up here and then a 1x2 at the back. So we've got the 1x4 and then we've got the 1x2. There it is. So pretty much all the black stuff is base. It's quite a long base. And then we're going to face it off with, starting off with the tiles. And they're going to go right to the edge and leave that stud open. So we've got this nice smooth edge here. Then we got a 1x8 plate going straight across. So this bridging this stud here and this stud here. And then on top of that 1x8, we've got the tile Venice. Oops. And it is a printed tile, which is rather cool. There you go. Nameplate. And then we're just going to tile straight across here. So we got a 1x4. And that's pretty much all the black used then. And then two 1x8s. 1, 2. And there you go. There's your base. Very cool. And just to see how big that is. That's quite a length. Right, we got a little gap here. There should be. There we go. Nice. Alright, so then we got on this side here we got a 1x4 tile, light grey. Then we've got a 2x2 grey plate. Then we got two 1x2 tiles at the top and the bottom. There's one. And there's two. And then we got two trans light blue 1x4 tiles for water. Or is it during the oh man, I'm not even going to but you got some good information in this. Another two 1x4 trans light blue. And then we're just going to do the same thing with here. So we got a 1x2 tile. Where is it? There it is. At the top. And then we got a 2x2 plate. And then we got a 1x2. And the 1x4. The 1x4 is going there. The 1x2 is going to go here. That's a jumper plate. There we go. That tile. Smooth that off. And next we've got what's this? It's 2x10, isn't it? 2x10 plate is going to go on the back end there. And then we're going to tile this off. So we got the 1x4 tile, but it's the modular with the two studs on each end, or one stud on each end. And then you got the 1x4 plate tile. Then you got a 2x2 tile. That's a 2x2 plate. There we go. It's 2x2 tile. And then we're going to do the same thing over here that what we have over there. So we got a plate with the studs on each side, and then a tile at the front. And oh wow, we got some checkered kind of square going on here. So we'll go put the 2x2 brown plate first, and then we're just going to work around it. So we're going to start off with a white 1x1 tile, and then it's going to be a grey, then it'll be a white again, then a grey, then a white. You get the picture. Then a grey, then a white, and we want another grey, another white. You get some really cool pieces with these architecture builds. Some very, very cool pieces. And yep, we got cheese wedges all over the place. Seems like a lot of the builds that I've been doing just recently are just cheese wedge city. Now then, I want another 1x1 tile grey. There it is. And there you go. You got your kind of checkered pattern around there. So then we got two jumper plates. So this one. And we want another jumper plate. That's two. And then we got some water. So we got this 1x4 Translight blue. Venice is slowly sinking at a rate of about 0.04 inches, 1 to 2 millimeters every year. Wow. Then we got some L plate tiles. So they're going to kind of work around like that. So you got that C. And then it's a white 1x2 plate. And then it's some more water, so some more 1x4 tiles. And that is the last of the blue tiles. Then we got another 1x2 white plate. And then we got the closed C. So it's kind of like this frame around it. Cool, then we're going to use the wheel arches next. The wheel arches are actually going to be a bridge, and they're going to go straight across these two studs here. So there's bridge in this water here. So you want the flared wheel arch part towards you, and the flat part in the middle. And you're going to put two. Where's the other one? That's not it. Yeah, there it is. So that forms the bridge. That's really cool. Very clever part usage. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, and then we go cone, cone, cone. Technic brick, cone, cone, cone. Okay. So cone, cone, cone. Technic brick with a single hole in it. and then cone, cone, cone. So cone, cone, and cone. Like that. That looks quite cool on its own, to be honest with you. And then you're going to do the same thing again on the front side. So another cone, another cone. Any more cones on this side? No. So we've got a cone there. Then we want the Technic brick with a single hole in it, so you can see all the way through. And then 3 more cones. 1, 2, 3. And imagine that this is a 12 plus set because of choking hazard, because of all the small pieces. Oh my gosh, loads of cheese wedges, right? 6 cheese wedges are going to go onto the cones and they're going to slope away from you. So they're sloping down the back. These are light grey. Oh, cheese wedges. Okay. Sits on top of the cones. Like that. And go do it the other side as well, I bet. And the other side as well. So this is going to perform the roof, basically. So these are going to slope towards you this time. You see some of the pictures in the manual that I recognise. Oh, blimey! That I recognise a lot because I'm a retired PlayStation trophy hunter, and Assassin's Creed took part. Assassin's Creed 2 took part in Venice, and there's a lot of scenery in those pictures that I recognised instantly. There we go. So that's your roof. Very cool. I like it already. I like it already. I'm going to put a roof on top of here as well. So we've got more... I was going to say more cones, but that's not right. Got more cheese wedges. The cheese wedges are going to be sloping off to the left and right, so you're going to make the roof in the middle like that. And that looks like all the cheese wedges. Okay, I thought they were going to be a lot more than that. There you go. So it's like that. Very cool. What are we going to do with the hole? Oh, okay. Brown bricks. 2x4 brown bricks. Now, the brown bricks are going to be sitting in front of, or behind, sorry, these 2 modular plates. So it's 2 of those on either side. Was this the Grand Canal is the region's largest canal, possessing a unique S shape. It splits the city in half. Well, that must be this, right? That must be this. And then we go put 2 1x2 brown bricks. Now you got 2 different brown bricks. You got the smooth one and you got the brick special with the lines. We're using the smooth, and they're going to go in between those 2 there. And then we're going to put a load of what look like lantern bricks, but they're not. So these are just bricks with, yeah, so it even states don't use a lantern brick. So you got the lantern brick. Different with the lantern brick is you got this little ledge, and the one that we're using does not. See the difference? So yeah, so we're using these, and we're putting one there and one there. Yep. And then on these two studs, we're using doubles. So that's these bricks here. I think this is the first time I've used these bricks, to be honest. And they're going to go on the inside. So you should have this 2x2 gap here, or 2 stud gap here, and a 1 stud gap between these two. And then we're going to build this layer up a bit more. So we've got a 2x4, a 2x3, and a 2x3. So the 2x3s are going to go on either side, leaving this 4 stud, or 6 stud, 8 stud, can't count, stud gap. It's for the 2x4 anyway. And then we put in the arch. Okay, so we got the, so there's 2 arches. You got the 3 stud arch, we got the 4 stud arch. We're going to use the 4 stud arch, and they're just going to go from this stud to this stud here, bridging that. So you got this nice little arch at the front here. And then we're going to use the small 3 stud arches to go across here. So now we got 3 arches, 2 big ones, and no, 2 small ones and 1 big one. There you go, like that. And the back of it looks like that. So it's really, this is really just to be seen in the front. Right. Oh yes, my favorite plate, all-time favorite plate, the grate plate. Grate plate is going to be used on these sides here. Gonna make sure I get it the right way around, like that. And another one, and that's going to go on the other side like that. So they kind of look like pillars. Oh, I see. That's why it's not sitting properly, right? So yeah, you can see I'm not professional, right? So the grate plates are going to go on these 1x2s, and then the 1x2s are going to go on there. So now you've got these columns, and another one, and that goes there. So they kind of stick out a little bit, which is kind of cool. And we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do that with a 2x2 plate. 2 white 2x2 plates, and then you're going to use the grate plate. As long as the grate plates are going the same way, it doesn't matter, and then you're just going to pin them so that they're going up vertically. I'll do 2 of those. The reason why I like the grate plate is because of the detail it gives to a build like that. Look at that. That is so cool. Next is some brown bricks. So let's put this over here. Like now face it up like that so you guys can see it. And then we're going to use the 2x4 and a 2x3 plate. The 2x3 plate is going to be on the right hand side of the brick, leaving this 2 studs here, step down feature. That's going to be for some cheese wedges. That's going to be these like sand green cheese wedges, and they're going to slope off to the left. Like that. And then we're going to put a circular 2x2 plate in the middle, and then on the other side we're going to have some cheese wedges, but they're going to go off in different directions. So this one's going to slope in towards the plate, which is the back one here, and then the front one on the right hand side is going to slope towards you like that. And then on this 2x2 circular plate, we're going to put the 2x2 droid astromech droid element. So it's a dome element. It's going to fit on there. And then on top of that, we're putting a 1x1 stud. So it kind of gives that little effect. And then that is going to sit on the far left here, like that. Now I'm guessing we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Venice has over 450 palaces and major buildings built in a mixture of styles. Gothic, I'm going to completely murder this, Byzantine, and Baroque. Yeah, I've probably murdered that. Let me know in the comments below. Yep, looks like we're doing the same thing, but we're going to be doing it the other way around. Right, so same brick. We've got the step down here. We're going to put the cheese wedges. They're going to slope off to the right this time. Like that. Then we've got the circular plates. Like that. Then we've got the cheese wedge sloping towards me. That's on the front. And then we've got the cheese wedge sloping in towards the plate on the back. Then we've got the dome. Oops. Yeah. And then we got the stud. There we go. And then it's just going to go on the other side there. Should have this 4 stud gap in between. Right, so in front of this 4 stud gap, we've got 6 studs actually going down here in the middle. Going to use these 2 front studs. We're going to put a 1x2 panel. That's the panel. It's like a bench seat. And you're going to have it so that the bench seat is facing away from you. So you're at the back of the bench. So it's going to be a nice flat surface at the front on the top of the arch. Oh, wow. Okay. Technic brick with 2 holes in it. And we want 2 of those. So we got 1, 2. And then we're going to put cheese wedges on top. And it doesn't matter which way you put it, as long as the cheese wedges are sloping the same way. Because you can always turn the brick around. Like that. Now I have the cheese wedges sloping towards me. And then on the front, in these holes here, we're going to put these teeth elements. We've seen these elements in mixels and stuff like that. They're also like feet. I can't turn it on its side. There you go. So it looks like a foot, a claw. These are going to be on the front. And these are going to be really, really clever because we actually using the other side. And that's going to be the windows, or it's going to be arches or something like that. Very, very, very clever. Very clever indeed. So it looks like that. And you can see like all these alcoves. So we're going to do 2 of those. So we've got this one as well. Architecture Lego is just fantastic. If you're thinking about purchasing an architecture set that's around at the moment, I don't know if there are any around. Oh yeah, there is. London, that hasn't retired yet. Definitely worth picking up just to learn and build and learn the techniques. But there you go. So these would be like feet. These eyes. You got this little robot, or this little creature. I think it's a robot. Anyway, getting carried away there. And then these are going to just pin to, so you're going to be level with the thick columns, not the thin columns, but the inside columns. Okay, so they're going to be like that. There you go, like that. So it can be like your arches, like a cathedral. Oh, okay. And then we got the. Is this the lantern brick? It is the lantern brick this time. So a lantern brick and the same thing, but we're going to turn the using the tooth element the other way. So there's two of those. We've got the lantern brick and the tooth element. There it is. It's going to go on there like that. And then these are going to be off to the left and off to the right of the last piece you put in, like that. Oops. There you go. So it's like that. So you've still got this stud. You can't use this stud because you're bridging it over with the stud of the tooth. Now we got the tower that's going to be in the middle here. So we got 2x2 plate, and then we've got a 2x2 brick. It's the smooth brick, I think. Yep, there it is. And then in front of that, we've got a 1x2 plate with two studs. Brick with two studs, sorry. Like that. And then we go cap that off with another 2x2 plate. So you kind of sandwiched it in there. And then we go put the 2x2 circular brick. Not the plate this time, but a circular brick. So this is like a head with a little white hat on. These are the eyes. On top of that brick, we're going to put another dome. Pop that on top, like so. There's now got our taller hat. And then go put a cone on top of that. That's the last cone, I think. So now you've got this like hat with a point on it. And then next, you got this 1x2 plate that's the sand green. Got two of those. And you're going to put... Now this is really cool. This is really cool. So this is this tile here is printed tile. That's like a drain or a vent or anything like that. But I've also seen this on like mini Millennium Falcon builds as the exhaust ports on the engine. You can see that. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah. And this is going to be on these two. Yeah, like that. Now then. It's going to pin to these two studs here. Like so. I think that's actually even, yeah. I'm going to turn it around the other way because it's a bit stronger build there. There we go. Like that. And it could be like a window or something like that. And then you go drop that in the middle. And it's kind of half covered. And it looks really cool by it because it's half covered by this bench seat. And that looks really, really, really cool. See that? That is so clever. Okay, next is the clock tower. Is it? No, it's not clock tower. It's bell tower. Bell tower. Now this in Assassin's Creed, you have to climb this bell tower to do your first. No, it's not your first leap of faith. But anyway, we're using the brick specials now with the lines in, and they're going to be with the vertical lines, front and back. This is going to kind of give the illusion of columns going up the bell tower. So I got two more. See that? Looks very cool. It's probably how the miniature Big Ben is built as well. And then we're going to put a plate on top of that because that would make the build weak. Actually, we're going to go another story up first. Also, that gives the the illusion of a level, because it breaks up that column like that, and then go put another layer of bricks. And another. All going the same way. And this is the final layer. Boing. Oh, got that one the wrong way around. There we go, like that. So that's very cool. You got the light, you got the columns going up, and then you got that ridge, and then you got columns continuing. And then we're just going to cap that off with two 2x2 white plates. And then we're going to use these brick specials that usually you would see used for walls and stuff like that, because they've got this kind of contoured edge or fronts. You can see that they're kind of like a bump. And we're going to use that. Now, the way it's got it here is that the bumps are going to be on the sides. Like that. So you got this ridge here, this bump here, this ridge here. So it looks kind of cool. And then we're going to put another 2x2 plate on top of that, like so. And then we've got this printed brick. Now this printed brick is really cool. It's got a lion on it, or a griffin. See that? It's only on one side though. So that's the front. So we're going to pop that on there. And then we'll put another white 2x2 plate on top of that. So it's kind of making this tower, this bell tower, really cool. And then we're going to cap that off with a 2x2 by, I think that's 2x2 by 3. No, it's 2x2 by 2x2 by 2 studs. Hang on a sec. It's 3 studs, isn't it? Yeah, 2x2 by 3 sand green sloped sloped brick. Really, I'm trying so hard to try and remember. And then we go cone it off, cap it off with a cone. And that's your bell tower, which really looks cool. And that is going to sit on this brown square here. Like that. And it does actually stay there. Look at that. So that is it so far. We just got this part here, and then it's seemed to be done. Venice has over 170 bell towers. St. Mark's Campanile is the tallest one in the city. Now that's, yeah, this is where you had to do the leap of faith. I think it actually was the first leap of faith. Right, so then we're going to stud these two here, these two jumper plates. So go put 2 studs on each jumper plate. These are open top studs, by the way. And then we're going to put 2 1x3 long Harry Potter white wand elements. These are white, and they're going to go into, and that's why they're open studs, you see, because these are going to form columns for the big statues that you see. So these are the columns there. And first one on the back side here, we're going to put the plate with the clip on top. So it's going to sit. No, actually, first of all, we got to put a stud underneath it for the column to actually fit in, like that. That's your first one. And then the second one, we're going to do the same thing with a stud. And you've got this little mini figure statue, which is really cool. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that very well, but that is so cool. A lot of detail in it. And that is going to sit facing the bell tower like that. So you got that. Those are your like Nelson column and stuff like that. I think it's like St. Mark's. Is it St. Mark's? Then you got the 1x4 bridge elements. They're going to go straight across these two studs here. We got one on the front, one on the back. Like so. And we're going to cap that off with two grate plates. Going to go in the middle, which is really cool, like that. And then we've got this step down feature here, and I think that is for these arches. Just to smooth that out. And there you go, folks. That is Venice. Let's have a closer look at it. Let's get rid of the instructions for you, and you can have a closer look. So you can see that the grate plate's giving it like little window type things, which is really cool. That's what one of the things I like about the grate plate. And sorry about the white background and the bricks. Hang on a second. See if I can drop the exposure a little bit. Might make it a little bit more. That helps a little bit. So you got the windows there, which is really cool, caused by the grate plates. You got your little minifigure guy there. This kind of clip piece. Don't know what that is. I do apologise. And you got the printed plate there of the griffin. And then all got the ridge details here and the break up with the plate there, which is really cool. I like that. But my favorite, I think my favorite part is these pieces here. They got turned around and they're used for the alcoves and stuff. And of course your Millennium Falcon exhaust port. And the cheese wedge is actually looking good for the roof. But that is the Venice skyline, folks. Let me know in the comments what you think. Drop a comment below. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Don't be shy. Let me know why. Let me know why. Also, hit that like and the subscribe. The subscription is absolutely free. The word subscription kind of makes people a little bit wary of subscription, but it's absolutely free, folks, and it just gives you notifications of when the next video is coming up and stuff like that. We look at YouTube and you go, oh yeah, click on your subscribers or subscriptions, and it gives you the list of the people that you're subscribed to, and you can see what their latest videos are. That's what it's all about, really. But the most important thing, likes and comments. Please, yes. Likes and comments would be awesome. I will see you in the next one. I am Shaun from BRIT'N. Peace.